But this presentation, is this gonna be someplace we can go and read
If,
tonight?
I will
after
put it
tonight?
on the website, okay? I'll put it on Facebook, which then again goes to the our website as work in progress. By no means are we even close to doing what has to be finished.
I just wanna know what's up there tonight, is it gonna be in a format that we can see online tonight after this meeting?
Yes,
And where will that be
We're
exactly?
not gonna put it on tonight, but tomorrow.
well, tomorrow, it would have to go through the webmaster, on our website.
Okay.
Can't see that.
I don't know. Okay. Existing office residential zone. Okay, customary accessory uses and structures. The proposed no accessory garages. So we're not having the house that has an office in it, and behind that house is a building that's being built to house the business that's inside it. Okay, that's inside the existing house.
Sorry.
Go ahead.
Storage, like storage.
Well, storage, you know, is a loose word, right?
Yeah.
This building was built with storage above. If you look at the plans, it said storage.
Oh, no, I
this
know
building.
that, but,
And now everybody got, at $2.6 million later, we're still figuring out what to do upstairs.
But by no accessory garages, do you mean like no sheds or no additional buildings that need?
No additional buildings to store like tractors and
Trucks.
trucks.
Okay.
Who said trucks? You.
So it would be a size limitation, like, it would be up to a certain size, or?
Well, they still have to come in front of the zoning board if that's what they plan on doing. Okay, this isn't the say-all board. Okay, so the process of still going to the building inspector, who turns around and denies the application because it has to go up in front of the zoning board or planning board. So that's still going to be in effect. However, there will be a creation by this board of a architectural review board.
Right, I'm just trying to clarify, is it gonna be something that's based on size or use, like if there's a bathroom in it, or, you know, like how is, I mean, how are you designating that?
Probably
It sounds
still,
like size.
still undetermined at this point, okay? It's a great question, though. You know, how do we handle it? Like, the library is dealing with the carriage home, okay? They wanted to use it for storage. But storage now has a meeting room in it and bathrooms. All right? So it's not really meant for storage. Existing office residential, the same thing, we haven't changed it. Okay? On the, I'm sorry, this is the existing, this is what we deal with every day. All the yellow, okay, is something that we have to decide. Do we want the minimum lot coverage to be 15%? Or do we want it greater, or do we want it less? Okay? Do we want minimum yards, the front yard 40 feet, or do we want it 20 feet, bringing it more towards the sidewalk? Okay, when there's not a sidewalk, well, I guess we're gonna have to put one, so people could walk. One side yard, 15 feet, both side yards 40 feet, do we want to play with that? Okay, we're not looking to change the integrity of the village. We're looking to enhance it, okay? And really, the front yard of 40 feet, if we bring that closer, okay, that allows, like I said, more parking in the back. How we handle the front of the building has changed. There's shade trees, okay, that going on both sides of the proposed historic district, whether it be West Main Street or East Main Street. Rear yard depth, 50 feet. Okay, that's minimum. Okay, so if we have 90 feet, it's better off in the rear yard. Again, the height stays the same. Whatever we have now is still in the, what we propose. Okay, we're not changing anything here. All front yards and planted grass, but more importantly is signs will be illuminated by external lighting only. And lighting shall be extinguished at or on 10 p.m. External light only. We have signs that have lights internally. We want to take them and put them external lights. We want to bring the character of the village back in the village where it belongs. Okay, we got away from that. Sometime from 1731 to now, we got away from that theory.
Are some businesses gonna be grandfathered in and not be?
They'll be
maintained?
grandfathered in until they change owners of the business.
But I mean, like, I'm talking about like AutoZone, Dunkin'.
They're gonna have to be, we could ask them.
Mhm.
I don't think we could demand them. No, we can't demand them, Gene. But let's say AutoZone was to give way to Advanced Auto Parts.
A lot of those signs are not, it gives the impression that it's illuminated, but a lot of the signs have an overhang, and they're not. Auto parts on 94, yes, not AutoZone. The problem was, and I've gone through this, we're down to the funeral home, internally lit. And I'm gonna say it again, the police station is internally lit.
Yes, absolutely. We have to comply if we want everybody else to comply, okay? But if you look at backlit signs, the only backlit sign at the Brotherhood Plaza is the one in Stop and Shop, where there's actually lights behind it. All the other signage in there is eternally lit signs.
No, there's more.
Where,
Joe, when that building was built,
no, I'm talking about in Brotherhood Plaza, that's all.
under the zone, Brotherhood Plaza, all those lights, all those signs had to be lit from the back.
Well, they're not. If you take off the plastic on the A, there's a light bulb in there.
On the A,
Well, whatever, on whatever sign is there. Let's go Brother Bruno's. You take away the B, there's a light bulb. Okay, the only backlit, they're backlit, but the only backlit sign in Brotherhood Plaza
shop.
is Stop and Shop. If you remove the S, there's nothing. You have to remove the whole name to see light bulbs.
Okay, I can understand that, but we do have residential people that do live on 94. You live with a sign that's lit up all night long.
This is what we're trying to
An
correct.
eternal light is bright all night.
Right, that's why we're not looking for eternal lights. We're looking for externally lit signs by having spotlights.
Up in Vermont, I got a place up in Vermont, one of the towns up there, they went through all this here, and they had all the outside lights, and they finally came to, if you do it properly, you can have internally, nice colonial, internally lit signs, not bright.
Well,
If the
okay,
board
I mean,
does it
if
properly,
we look at,
it's
if
easier
we
to
look at,
maintain, you've got the lights outside.
if you look at Stewart's, Stewart's is a much nicer presentation of a sign than, let's say, A+. Okay, just the lights hanging down, or the lights coming up from the ground, it's just a more aesthetically pleasing
Then you run
sign.
across, if you have lights shining up, you have the environmental thingy, and they can only be so bright because the birds come down and die and all this kind of, I swear to God, Walden went through this, the guy at the Redwood Cycle Shop there, he had his lights, he had his shades, it was.
You are now going to be our
You
official
can't-
sign guy.
You can't have the lights shining up at the side, they have to shine
Well,
down.
however we,
The birds at nighttime, they get disoriented and they come and.
so you're the official sign person.
But it's true, I absolutely.
Yeah. Yes.
I sat on this village's architectural review board for several years. There are laws in place that say you are not allowed to have internally lit signs. So where the disconnect happened, I don't know, but they're not allowed in the village under our code.
It's in the code, you're absolutely right,
Right.
okay? Whatever disconnect happened, I could assure you it didn't happen with the five of us right now, okay?
I'm just saying, but you don't need to change the law. The law's already there. It's already in existence. You need to have it enforced.
I
Yeah,
think that's
that's the
what they're
biggest
saying.
thing. Stuff is not enforced in this
Well,
village.
that's what we'll, that's what we'll work on. And maybe if you are still available, if you want to join the architectural
I have a
review.
real estate license. I would not do that because I can proffer our laws at any decision that
Okay.
comes out of the board.
That's fair, thank you. And I just gave the section 84 because 175-84 because I referenced it earlier to all front yards and the use. Okay, this is what we're really trying to look for, okay? It's gonna take time, okay? But several years ago, presented something like this, okay? And now I think we're ready for it. We weren't ready a year and a half ago, 2 years ago. Which means we're 2 years behind. All right, so this is where we want to, this is how we're envisioning the village that we all live in. We all have a stake in this village.
What about the burned building that's been sitting there for a year and a half?
Which one?
John Skeleton,
It's
it's
been
been sitting there
worked
for,
on.
It's been worked on, actually, I think it's also been sold.
It was closed,
Okay.
and she's been, Holly bought it, it's gonna be beautiful.
Okay, I mean, we have a lot of issues. If you come next week, was it Tuesday, right? May, oh no, the following, May 7th? To address a home that's in the middle of the village, okay, to clean it. Clean it up. Okay, again, outdoor dining, bringing people into the village of Washingtonville. Not just have them drive through it. All right, we had people really last year from all over the place coming here. Okay, I saw people I never saw in my life. I've been here about 29, 30 years. Okay, people were coming to this village to see what was going on. Okay, I keep on saying it, and my wife keeps on listening to me because I think that's part of the I do that she made. We're starting to be mentioned in other villages. Why don't we just do what Washingtonville is doing? And that means everything that's been done, the date night, okay, which is still being planned, I guess, right now. Okay, people came there, it doesn't matter how long they stayed. They might have stayed 22 minutes, but they still came into the village of Washingtonville. Now we have to keep them here, okay, by having walkability. Places where people could sit and eat and forget about whatever. I don't want to sound like a commercial, okay? This is Saugerties. The first two, by the way, was Warwick, okay? This is Saugerties, New York, village. Now, the difference that they have, and this is the signage that we're pretty much looking into, the one that projects from the building. So the signage is on both sides of the sign rather than flush against the building. In the historic area, yes, thank you. In the historic part. Okay, now what Saugerties has is a lot of alleyways. And Warwick has some also, but not as many as Saugerties. So you walk through an alleyway and it just opens up even more in the back. Fishkill. I believe the other one was Fishkill also. These are villages that we could throw a stone at, okay, and do, or not copy them, create our own village based on what other people have done. We're not looking to reinvent the wheel here. This is Lidditz, Pennsylvania. Lidditz, Pennsylvania has been named the best little town in U.S. for the past 2 years. Now, it's row housing, okay, so it's a little bit different than what we have. We have individual, okay, we're not looking to fill those side yards, okay, but just bringing people into the village. You know, how many of you go to Warwick and say, I wish Washingtonville could be like Warwick, okay? Warwick's been doing it for 35, 40 years. Washingtonville hasn't even started yet. right? People go to Saugerties. I don't think they even know where Washingtonville is. I went up to Saugerties. It's a great village, old village. Again, Lidditz, Pennsylvania. You know, we went out to Westchester, Pennsylvania. Corinne and my wife accompanied me, and we saw Westchester, Pennsylvania, where it was all of this. Okay? Now, Westchester, Pennsylvania is a little bit different than the village of Washingtonville, but they have QVC. A little bit different. Okay? They also have a college. A little bit different than what we have. All right? So there's more activity that's going on. Do they have QVC? Yeah, I think they have QVC. Anyway, I got a lot of oohs and ahs. But, again, we've done this. Okay? We started making